Good evening, everybody. This is Political Hot Seat, and it's Thursday night. This is live. It's a call-in show at 727-8750. Once again, that's 727-8750. Tonight I have a special guest here. His name is Harley Kulkin. He is the chairperson of the town board. What we're going to go over is the initiative for, to be put back on the ballot for people to vote to see if we keep or don't keep the town board. And also this weekend we're having a big motorcycle ride coming through town, and there's many eyes sitting here looking at this booklet Harley brought in, and we got all kinds of people sponsoring this thing, and I don't know if we could even get halfway through it, but anyway, I'm here with Harley. Harley, go ahead. Where do you want to start, the initiative or the bike ride?
Well, I guess we can get to the bike ride in a few moments. You wanted to talk about the initiative. Basically, we're trying to keep people behind it or working on it, or trying to keep the town board form of government. What it boils down to is the county commissioners actually have a few choices. They can appoint an advisory board, and so to speak, the town would operate as normal, or they can just do away the whole town of Pahrump government and the unincorporated town, which is, I believe, is what they're going to do. So the town of Pahrump exists on a map, or it's the town, but there is no government, there is no nothing, and the county runs everything, which is pretty strange. For Nevada doesn't even recognize that a town this large, over 25,000, would even exist that's not incorporated. So here we're going to be a town that has no government, no town offices, no nothing, which is what I expect to happen. And so the initiative is to reestablish the town board form of government. That means that people get to elect a board to represent their issues, and so if that is successful, then come January 5th, the town board would still be in power, whereas come January 5th so far, the county takes over.
So the initiative has been slowed up for some reason, or where?
There seems to be, when it was filed, the people that signed, you only needed 5, but there's actually 7. They didn't have their address or whatever, and then apparently it needed, even though obviously if they signed it, that's their intent, but it didn't actually say they would be the committee for this thing, so there's been some legal questions. So apparently we might have to go ahead and refile again tomorrow, the people that signed it. So we were planning a barbecue tomorrow and Saturday, free hot dogs and everything, if people would come up and sign the petition. We don't have a lot of time. We have to have everything turned in by about 4 o'clock on the 26th. So it's a tough one. So it's like I like to say, basically, Pahrump's a place where dreams come to die and apathy comes to live, right? I mean, people complain about everything around here, but they're not willing to make much of an effort to, do anything except for talk about, they got negative feelings about everything, but they're not willing to do anything to change it. So, it's just.
Well, you and I have done some things in the past, quite a few things and to get that amount of voters signed up by the 26th, if you're starting tomorrow, which is the 20th, to myself, it doesn't look realistic that you're going to get it, because I've been out on collecting signatures, and most people won't even pay attention to you, let alone sign something.
Yeah, virtually everybody that you ask to sign the thing is, more than eager to do so, but they not very eager about making an effort on their own to go somewhere and sign the thing. So it's, it's like, I don't understand.
How many signatures do you need?
I think it's around 2,600 we actually need. Our goal was to get like 3,000 just to be safe.
And you'll have 6 days.
Yeah, well, it's certainly doable. People wanted to, you can get anywhere in Pahrump in 6 days if that's your goal to do so.
But I was going to say that's approximately a little more, 450 people a day, which we've had hard times before even getting that, But anyhow, people, the initiative is going to be out there. You will need to sign it if you wish to keep the town board as a elected group of people to represent the town of Pahrump, or you let the town of Pahrump go over to the county commissioners. If you have any questions for this, remember, you can call in at 727-8750. You could ask Harley about it. You could ask him about anything that the town board is doing at the present. And then we also have this here town ride, which I just spoke to a business owner who seems all enthused about it and says, everybody, there's going to be a ton of motorcycles coming through Pahrump in the next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that the businesses are all getting all geared up for this. There are some businesses who didn't want to participate, but that's their loss. But anyway, you want to go over that? We'll start off with Friday.
Well, initiated, I had an idea about, trying to bring in outside dollars into here. So the town hired Randy Burke from Road Shows. Randy Burke does street vibrations in Reno. And that brings in $75 million to Reno just in that one weekend. To give you a little comparison, I think it's $45 million comes into Laughlin when they do their big motorcycle event. So this guy does motorcycle events all throughout the country, so he's definitely, the professional in this. And so the town hired him, and we kind of co-sponsor with him. So he's got all kinds of events. I go to motorcycle events, all over Nevada and stuff, and he's really got a great lineup here. He's got these Victor McLaughlin Motor Corps. These guys do all kinds of stunt stuff on motorcycles. He's got that guy, Monty Perlin. It's a big metal cage thing, and he rides a motorcycle all upside down and all over the place like that.
Oh, they got people that do that down in Vegas.
Yeah, he's got bands. I mean, he really went all out. He's got Skin and Leonard. I guess they do Leonard Skinner stuff, And anyway, they're a real big band out of California. So there's just all kinds of stuff. You don't normally see this at a lot of motorcycle events unless it's been going for a long time and it's really big. So he really went all out to put on a real nice show for us.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be. I got the Friday schedule here. You're on the Saturday schedule. We got a registration that's open now. This is for the people riding motorcycles, right?
Yes. If they hadn't registered already, they can go over there and sign up. That makes you a VIP. So you get a T-shirt, you get all kinds of information on what's going on. You'll get some coupons to go to places. You go over to the Bob Brood Center, and there's a tent right in the front of it. That's then you go inside and you sign up.
That's going to be put up tomorrow, then, right?
Well, it's there now.
Oh.
Then
you got vendors. My goodness, we're going to have everything out there, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a really great show. He's got a lot of vendors lined up. When I was at the park earlier today, they were getting set up. Some of them were some pretty big ones.
Now, all this on Friday evening, is that all at Petrick Park, or is that?
Yeah, this stuff's at Petrick Park, and then there'll be some stuff going on. Like I think Saturday night they're having a big spaghetti feed at if you buy into the event. The register and everything, there's going to be a big spaghetti dinner at the Saddle West. The Saddle West stepped up and, became one of the major sponsors. Thank them that, originally the Nuggets said that they would do something, and they never followed through. So, but anyway, a lot of businesses. You get these little coupon books, these motorcycle events. Certainly does happen, and if it happens at one thing, all of a sudden that's the norm to some people's thinkings. But the fact of the matter is that and incidents are very rare at motorcycle events. Most of these people ride. It's like I was over at not too long ago. I don't know, I'm thinking a couple months ago or so, or at the Kingdom. They had I think the brothel run or something. So I was out there handing coupons out for this outside. Right. And I'm looking at all those motorcycles. I still ride my old 60s chopper, And I'm looking at those motorcycles, and about the only thing they didn't have, I think, was air conditioning. But, they got radios and all kinds of gizmos. And
right.
I'm thinking, people, and I'm thinking, how people are thinking, oh, these bikers are coming into town. And I'm looking at these guys thinking they probably during the week they wear a tie to work and everything. The last thing they would do is cause any kind of trouble.
Well, to most of their surprises, a lot of these bikers are business owners from other areas. I mean, I've known quite a few that, they own different businesses and that, and everybody looks down at them and that, but these guys are going to bring money to our community. We hope there's not going to be any trouble. Well, you can't never guarantee anything like that, but the thing is they'll bring money in the community, they'll bring the name of Pahrump up, it'll travel around. If you have this year after year, this year it'll be one size, next year it'll be bigger.
Yeah, I see that this is going to attract a lot of people that have never been to Pahrump before. And we have, I go to, let's take Laughlin. I go to Laughlin, and about all there is to do is ride out to the Avi Indian Reservation or go to Oatman, Arizona. It's like a little town with burros running around. Yeah. There isn't really that much to do. We have an awful lot of places to ride to, things of interest. This is actually going to be a pretty good run. I think people are really going to enjoy this. And what I'm getting at is they'll come back. You know, they'll be the first time they're exposed to Pahrump, and then they're going to come back, and that helps businesses, and that helps collect more tax dollars. You know, so that way, you know, when you bring outside money in, then you're not taxing the residents so much because you have other income coming in.
Well, I think you know, in just a few minutes, we're going to go to a break in a few minutes, but after that, we should go through some of these people who are sponsoring it, and a lot of the bands. There is a multiple number of bands that are going to be playing at different locations throughout this meet, and there's a lot of businesses who are going to be attempting to help or cater to this meet. So I think the people of Pahrump should take interest and really get involved, and we try to keep this as a big, great business deal for the town of Pahrump.
Yeah, well, people are really going to get their money's worth. I mean, look at this, Saturday night, 9 p.m., there's a VIP party. That means, you know, you bought a ticket to be part of this event at the Best Western. Free pizza. I mean, till 10 o'clock. I mean, eat all the pizza you want and $2 for a beer. I mean, you know, boy, you can't beat that.
All right, well, when we come back, we're going to go to these messages. When we come back, we'll go over some of the sponsors. We'll be right back after these messages.